This is an issue that has long plagued us in Montgomery County. I started political life here as an activist in the community, and I cannot think of how many times people would petition for stop signs or petition for lights, and we could not, particularly on state roads, get a stop sign or light because the state said you don't have a sufficient number of accidents or incidents. And then somebody would get killed. And then the state would engage in a discussion about putting in a light or putting in a different traffic control. And this idea that we cannot analyze and look at areas that are high-risk areas and make decisions based on the fact that it's simply a high-risk area, that you have to literally have a body count in order to be taken seriously, that's a culture that needs to change. And I think this is an important step that we've taken here to say we've had enough and we're going to move in a different direction, and we're going to move in a different direction aggressively. I look at all these crosswalks. They are so minimally marked, and I've heard so many criticisms, even from drivers, about you can't tell why the car in front of you is stopping. And so people move around the car that is stopped for what appears to be no apparent reason, and they wind up hitting somebody. There's better crosswalk technology out there. We've probably all seen it. Some occasion it's actually been in the county, but it's not where we need it. It's not in enough places where we need it. And I think we really need to move forward. And the thing about these traffic fatalities is that every one of these deaths is preventable. This is not like a disease where you can shoot for a cure and you could some people are going to make it and some people are not. There's nobody who's been killed that wasn't either a victim of their own negligence or somebody else's negligence. Either somebody who crossed when they shouldn't, or a driver who was distracted, or a driver who didn't respect the right of a person to be in a crosswalk, or a bicyclist who didn't stop at a stop sign. At some point, every single accident is preventable, and shame on us if we don't take the steps to bring this under control, because this is something we actually have the ability to do, but more importantly, our residents have the ability to do it. And that's why I think there's a heavy component of education, trying to get the folks in our community to understand that this does not have to happen. This is not an inevitable part of life in a suburban or urban setting. So I'm happy to join in this, and I'm really grateful to see all the support here for doing this, and I look forward not only to getting unanimous approval on council, but actually putting money into some things that will make a difference. Thank you.
Impaired driving, whether it's manslaughter by auto from an impaired driver, whether it is folks that are hosting an underage drinking party. We are looking to strengthen the penalties, strengthen the enforcement of these laws so that we can get more drunk drivers off the road, and if you're caught driving drunk, that the consequences are significant enough that you'll think twice before you do it again.
So on the morning of August 28th, Ray's brother, Tim Holt, who was a Navy SEAL, served his country in combat, was a hero, died after being hit by a driver on Massachusetts Avenue in Bethesda. There have been other bicycle and pedestrian injuries and deaths as well in Montgomery County since. And the bottom line is that cars, bicyclists, and pedestrians must coexist. We must value every individual's life on the roadways of Montgomery County. Vision Zero is a concept developed in Sweden and adopted by progressive jurisdictions. It's a simple premise. No loss of life is acceptable. The Vision Zero approach has proven highly successful. It is based on the simple fact that we are humans and we make mistakes. The road system needs to keep us moving, but it must also be designed to protect us at every turn. The Vision Zero approach, where implemented and embraced, has proven to work. Every life on our roadways matters. We applaud the Holden family, applauds the Montgomery County Council, and the administration for resolving to bring this program to Montgomery County and make it successful.